Kelvin Thomson. Thank you, Kelvin.
Thanks, Vince. I'm delighted to be here to be associated with the launch of Rail Trails of Victoria and South Australia, the third edition. Beautifully illustrated and prepared, wonderful photographs and maps, and plus it's got a free plug of me, which in an election year is a real bonus. If you turn to page 46, you'll see it. The only downside of this is that when I look at all these maps, I think, by crikey, I'd like to go out and do one or other of these rides. But the only way I'll be able to do that is by giving up my day job, and so it's constituting an unreasonable temptation at the moment to give it all away, a temptation I'm seeking to avoid. There are many things to like about Rail Trails Australia. The first is that Rail Trails Australia seeks to build and improve the rail trails as a public asset. And we live in an era where there's a great focus on building up private assets, and often, in my view, not enough focus on building up public assets. So the first thing I like about Rail Trails Australia is that focus on rail trails as one of our public assets. The second thing there is to like about Rail Trails Australia is the emphasis on the history and the heritage value of rail trails. Again, often we're going through times where we don't value our history and our heritage as much as we ought, and by seeking to preserve, protect, promote the Rail Trails Australia has a very worthwhile focus on our past and on properly remembering and acknowledging that. The third thing I like about the Rail Trails project is that it promotes the outdoors and getting out into our open spaces and a healthy lifestyle. We spend a lot of time indoors these days with the TV and the internet and all the other attractions that there are indoors, and by promoting the rail trails we've got a focus on healthy lifestyle, on recreation. Some of these things are accessible for wheelchairs and the disabled, so it's a very positive thing for us both individually and collectively as a community. The fourth thing I like about Rail Trails Australia is that emphasis on volunteers and community building through volunteers, and it's quite a remarkable achievement that everything, all of this is produced as the handiwork of volunteers, and people like Vince, who I've known for quite some years now, and the others associated with Rail Trails Australia deserve our acknowledgement and our appreciation for the work that they do as volunteers. And the final thing I like about Rail Trails Australia is the opportunity it gives me to be a little bit parochial, because despite the name Rail Trails Australia, it's based here in Melbourne and in the state of Victoria, which has done the most in terms of developing the rail trails network, and really is quite some distance ahead of the others. So I like the fact that I can be parochial and proud of your work as a Melbourne person. Can I, like Vince, thank very much Regional Development Victoria. They made funding available to assist in the publication of this fine effort, and they deserve our appreciation as well. So Vince, thanks very much for the opportunity to be here and to be associated with this. I congratulate you on your work to date and wish you all the best for the future. Thank you.